Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm on Facebook Live. It's 10:33 a.m. on August 18, and I'm going to pull me up on my computer so that I can see comments better. I don't always catch them when they're on the phone because they scroll too far. Oh, good morning. Carrie's here and Terry's here. Hello. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so excited for this card today. I just can't even tell you. It is so amazing and fun. And Marilyn is here. Good morning. Totally not seeing comments. Oh, that's better. Janet's here. Hello. I'm happy to see you. So I extended my registration for my Stampa Stack one more day, so you have till today, through today, to hi Marcia, you made it. You didn't forget me. Hi Kyra. You have through today to register RSVP for my class. It's next week Tuesday, so in less than a week. For my Stampa Stack, we're going to be making 15 cards, 3 each of 5 designs. And it includes envelopes. I have a 10 a.m. class and a 6:30 p.m. class next Tuesday. And the class is $35, or it's free if you place a $45 order that night. So you get a free class plus you get products. So, you know, that bonus win-win. And hint, if you add $5 more to your order, you get a free celebration item too. So, win-win-win-win-win all over the place. Okay, so, let's see. So there's that. Oh, I'm excited. We have my crafting retreat, this Saturday all day long. So excited for that. I love it. I love that day. But you know, I love like all of my events, but you know, it's just a fun day. And the funny thing about it is, hi Sherry, I also need to prep like stuff that I'm going to work on that day. So it's lots of prep for it. So, okay, so I'm going to jump right into my randomizer. I have everybody loaded up. For those of you who may be new to me watching, every week I make at least one project, usually 2, sometimes more. Today is just 1 because it's involved in, yeah, just doing 1. But anyway, so I make a project at least one every week, and I give away what I make. So if you would like a chance to earn that or win that project, please share this video and then come back and tell me that you shared it. Thank you, Marcia, for doing that already. Tell me that you shared it, because I can't tell by some people's notifications whether or not you've done it. So I need you to tell me that you did it. So so hopefully that helps my business, hopefully, with people wanting to watch my video and maybe buy products from me or sign up for classes and stuff like that. But hopefully it also helps other people either brighten their day. I try to be sunshiny. Either brighten their day or give them some new techniques or just inspiration for projects or whatever. So anyway, share my video and then you'll have a chance at it. I load up my randomizer the night or morning. You know I'm up late. The night before. And I've been doing a horrible job. I haven't even been like responding or liking comments or whatever until the day before. I somehow don't end up getting back to it until like, oh, I have to go through and do my randomizer. Anyway, everybody's loaded up in my website here. We have 2 projects, and they are the penguin projects from last week. So I hit start, and I'm ready to write down Deanna. She's my first winner. Yay! Deanna. I already have one in her bag for her. I don't think she's on yet. At least she hasn't said hi yet. So I'll have to tuck another one in there. Okay, so Deanna's my first winner. I'm going to pick another name and start now. Marilyn, man, she's won 3 weeks in a row? Maybe just 2 out of, I don't know. Thank you for sharing, Terry, and congratulations, Marilyn. Man, she's getting some good cards. Okay, so I'm going back to my page now. I'm going to get my randomizer out of the way, go back to where I can see comments, and I need a swig before I'm moving on. Okay, so I didn't want to tell you what kind of card this was because I didn't want you going to look for it before I put it on. I just said fun fold. This card is amazing, and I don't know if you've heard of it or seen it. It's a Pinwheel card, and I'm going to be honest with you right up front. This is a complete case. Oh, I forgot her name. Tuttle is her last name, and I feel like it's Mary. I forgot to Google her or look up her original post that I found it on, or I don't remember. Anyway, Tuttle Up is her business or her Facebook page or whatever. And she did an amazing card that she actually won a I'll say competition, contest. That's a better thing. Contest for, and I fell in love with it. So it's using Party Puffins. So you guys are familiar with this because I keep using this set. I just can't even help it. They're not penguins, but they look like penguins and they make me happy. So, you know, so that didn't hurt the cause for this card. So I'm using Party Puffins, and I'm going to show you the pinwheel part of it first, and then I'm going to show you how darn cute it is. So this is the pinwheel, okay? That's the center of the card, okay? Now, look at this. I'll start here. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. I don't usually show you the card up front. Here's 4. So you have all these sides, and I'm going to show you how to make it. And I have the dimensions already written down on my my paper here, so you might want to get ready to do a screenshot so you don't have to write them down and you don't have to wait until I put them in or whatever, because I do have it written down here. And I adore this card, and I literally am just making, hi Jamie, I know, Terry, I love it too, I can't wait. So I literally am making the card that she did. There might be some minor changes from what she did, but you could make it in other ways. In fact, I did get a swap with, oh, what's it called? Cabin Fever, or the new Cabin bundle that's in the mini catalog. I love that suite, by the way. But I just love the funness of this. So I'm going to put you down. I'm going to show you measurements. I'll probably hold it on there for a minute so that you can take a screenshot quick so you can write it down. And then I'll sort of explain it as I go through, like what these measurements mean and whatever. So I'm going to do my magic here. Literally, it's a magic wand that I have to tap to do my changes here. I don't have the switcher stuff that other people do. I just do it manually. So you just have to bear with me. On backwards. And I have to talk my way through every time. I've been finding I talk to myself a lot. So sorry. So I unbackwards you. I'm putting you upside down so that when I put you down, you can actually see everything right side up. Okay, so I'm going to pull these dimensions in the middle here so that you can see them easily and take a screenshot. Hopefully that's good. Okay, so I'll describe it to you first, and then I'll show you as I go through all my pieces. So this stands for basic white. You can use whisper white, whatever. Your base piece is 5 3/4 by 4 1/4, and then you score at 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3 inches. Then you're going to need 3 pieces of both cardstock and designer paper. You need 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, so you need 3 of those pieces. You need 4 pieces of cardstock or designer paper. This one's an either or, and I'll show you my stuff in a minute, that are 2 inches by 4 1/4. So one thing that I didn't mention about this card is it lays flat. It fits in a normal, hi Kathy, it fits in a normal envelope, okay? So obviously it doesn't when you like do the pinwheel part, but it fits in the envelope. So these dimensions are for a standard size envelope. Okay, so hopefully you got the screenshot of that. So I'm going to pull the white out of the way for a minute and have black here. I'm going to show you the base piece. So this is my basic white. It's 5 3/4 by 4 1/4, like I said, and it's scored at 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3. Okay, you can't see the score lines. While I have this here, I'm going to, I want it this way. I want it this way. While I have it here, I'm gonna crease on, use my bone folder and crease on these folds since I have it here. So they're all going the same direction. It's not accordion. You're doing it all the same way. Okay. All right. I'm going to set that aside for a minute. Then I have 3 pieces of Whisper White or Basic White that are that larger size. And then I have 3 pieces of designer paper. Now, if you don't recognize this designer paper, then maybe you didn't see it and it didn't come to your attention. You need to see a project with it. It's amazing. It's the Hostess pack of designer paper. It's a huge pack. I think it's valued at $30 or something, like $32 maybe. But you only have to spend 18 of your Hostess dollars to be able to get this. And there's lots of black and whites in it too. So this, it's from there. And I might have seen one other card before this one that I kept seeing this designer paper. I'm like, where is that from? And it's amazing. So all these pieces are the same size, the 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Then you need 4 of either cardstock or designer paper, depending on where you're putting it and what you want to do with it. You can stamp your cardstock or just use the designer paper as is or whatever, but you need 4 of these skinnier pieces. Okay, so I'm going to start with, oh, no, one more thing. So this is just to make the base of the card. And I am going to do my stamping quick first because I'm going to be using blends and I want them to dry. So I'm going to show you these. This is just for the base of the card. Any sort of pieces that you need for like designing, adding designs to the card or whatever, that's in addition to this stuff, okay? So I already have my pieces cut and I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to show you what I'm using. This is, I think for the most part, exactly what, I'm going to call her Mary. I'm so sorry that I don't remember her name. I think it's Mary. I'm using the dies that she used for this. So this is just from Layering Circles. These two are a less common part of the Stitch So Sweetly dies. This is from the Hey Birthday Chicken, or is that right? Hey Birthday, something like that. Hey Birthday Chick, something like that. I'm just using it for this balloon. That's all I'm cutting out. And then this is just a really skinny part of the rectangles, stitched rectangles dies. So this one is not stitched because we don't have the stitched circle anymore, which is bothersome to me. I think there's 2 dies that Stampin' Up! Changed to, it's a 1 whole die that cuts out a circle, 3 circles or 3 rectangles, and then leaves a negative space, and I haven't gotten that. I'm just not sure. Hello, hi Nancy, I'm so glad you're here. I'm totally casing a card today, and I showed the card. Now you're just gonna have to wait to see what else there. You can go back to the beginning of the video to take a screenshot of or write down all the dimensions. But anyway, so these are the dies that I'm using. So I'm gonna do some stamping. This is extra for a piece that I need. These are scraps that I need. Oh, so if you like having your stuff all cut up ahead of time and not just use scraps or whatever, you can make this card, other than I have these two strips for I'm using the double oval punch. If you made 3 more of this, you already have 3 pieces of this white, 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. If you made 3 more of these, you could cut out all of these pieces that I just showed you and that I already cut out. Okay, so that's helpful to know for a class, or if you just like everything sort of cut ahead of time. So I'm putting my paper back under here now. Okay, so I'm doing this, the stamping of my Puffins first. I already did this happy birthday because I wasn't sure I would be able to fit it in this tiny little thing. So I already stamped that. My colors, by the way, it really should have been Poppy Parade because that's what's in this designer paper, but for some reason I went real red. I don't know why, that's what came to my mind, and that's what I did. So I have real red, but you might want Poppy Parade. Flirty Flamingo and Granny Apple Green. Those are the 3 cardstock bases and ink colors besides black that I'm using. So for this guy, for this smallest one, where'd my black go? Oh, there it is. I'm using this party puffin. This puffin just totally gets me. Just how he's standing, he just looks very unassuming and adorable, and I don't know, I just like him. Okay, so he's going on this one. So this one's an up and down one. All right, even though, because like typically I would use this one like this. That's why I'm saying don't get confused. You're using this up and down. There's a reason later. All right, then there's this one. This actually fits this guy better, so I'm using this one. And that first one didn't ink up very well, so I'm testing it over here a second. I don't like when my blacks aren't nice and black. Oh, it's bugging me. Just a sec. Here I thought it was too inked. It was giving me a problem the other day. But if it's not being black enough for me, that's not okay. So literally that's how I re-ink my pads, by the way. I just scribble on color. All right, let's try this one more time over here. It's still being weird. It might just be because it's not cardstock. It's amazing how different just regular paper and cardstock can be in their texture. So hopefully this works better on my basic white here. Just a sec, I gotta remember. No, I don't need anything special. I was trying to remember spacing for this. Well, it's better, but not perfect. And if this would completely cover better, I personally think, if I was using my stays on, but I'm not today. Okay. Sorry. I don't know if you can hear that or see that there was trying to be an interruption, but I had a call coming through that I had to stop. I don't know how that affects you. So tell me, I'm curious, how did it affect you? Did you even notice that a call was trying to come through, or did you even hear it ringing? Okay. This sort of dancing guy, I love him. He's going on my circle. Oops, on my circle. I was kind of out of camera there. Okay, then I still need black for, made a click noise. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, Jamie. I'm stamping Make a Wish on this skinny little piece. This was still from, this still fits on the, I told you if you had 3 more of these, of this size pieces, you could get everything on. This fits on there too. Brief dead period. Gotcha. Okay. I'm not going to do all my I'm not going to do this stamping yet. What's the other one? Oh. Okay, there's one more that I want to do. Okay, so this is this is so fun to me. I love it. Okay, so this is one. This is going to go with the Make-A-Wish greeting that I just put on here. And I just love how she did this. So the fish goes on here. And where'd my marker go? And then you just sort of draw bubbles like he's thinking about the fish, like that's his wish. Ah, isn't that adorable? I love it. Okay, so there's that done. And I decided I am doing this part. So this is going to be a greeting. I'm not using any dimensionals on any of this stuff because it's already going to be a thick enough card. But I do have obviously some layers on here. So this one says, to someone who makes others happy. That's a good saying. So I'm doing it on this skinny little strip of basic white. And so I do it on strips whenever I use this punch because the bigger piece of cardstock that you have, the more layers you have to try to go through unnecessarily. Like I would be cutting into my cardstock right here. Just like there's something in the way. So I'm punching that out of that strip. So see, my strip was out of the way for the rest of it. And then, oops, I want the scalloped part for here. And so I don't lose this piece, hopefully. I'm going to attach this together right now. Got to get it started. Okay, so we're going to set all these pieces aside and do what we need to do with them later. Okay, now closing this for now. And also, so I don't forget, I'm going to clean my fish because I need my fish again later and not in black. I still like my Stampin' Scrub better. The chamois is awesome for when I'm using my Stamparatus, but the but I like my Stampin' Scrub best. Okay, so we're going back to the card design, and I'm going to take this out of the way. I feel like maybe you can see this all plain white right here. So you already saw me fold on all these score lines here, and we're going to be making a box that becomes the center of the pinwheel. This is called a pinwheel card that I'm making. And I am doing, okay, so this is really important. Whenever you're putting adhesive on this box, that's where all the adhesive is going to be going. You're going to be putting it on the left of the two panels. I have all these folded. It will just help me, it will help me know where to put my adhesive. You want your adhesive on the left of the two panels that are showing, and when you put something down, I'm not going to do it yet, but you're going to be putting the left edge of your panel, of your attached panel, I guess we'll call it, onto the left panel that you put adhesive on. Hopefully that makes sense in a minute. Watch closely. So I have this all folded into itself, and I'm putting adhesive on this left panel. I'm doing 2 strips, but it's all on the left, the farthest left of this skinny panel. And I want this to be a box. The box needs to lay on itself. So I'm going to actually fold it. Oops, my thing went away. Just a sec. I forgot the easy way it was to do this. Because I want it sticking to my fingers. Because you want it to be able to lay flat. Okay? So I made this so that this last score line is where the edge of this first panel is attached to. So you're making this square here. Oops, I gotta get it on camera so you can see it. There you go. So you make this square. Okay, so if you fold it under, so now the one panel is totally like attached to it and folded under. If you lay it flat to do this, then you know that you'll be able to lay your whole thing flat and everything will go well. Okay, now that I have this center of the pinwheel made, I'm going to get my layers ready so that we can put everything together. So you want the white card base for to make it sturdy, but we're just putting all of these designer papers, all the big pieces on top of all the big pieces of cardstock. Okay. I did not do well lining that up. I'm not going to cut it until I attach it. No, I'm gonna wait and do any cutting later. I don't know how I did such a bad job on that already. Thank you for sharing, Janet and Debbie. I think I just did a bad cutting job is what I did. Alright, I am cutting it off. It's gonna bug me. If I did a bad job on the white, then I'm guessing that hopefully the designer paper is the right size. We'll see. I don't want any little extras hanging out. This one's bad. I did a bad job on that one. Okay. And this last one. So again, we're just attaching all of these big pieces of designer paper to the big pieces of basic white. This one was cut well. Okay, so those are ready. These smaller ones will be later. Okay, so we're going back to the center of our pinwheel again, and I have 2, we're not doing anything to this right now. I have 2 of the skinny panels showing, and remember again, we're putting adhesive on the left panel only. And we're going to, just a second, I want to look at this a second. I don't think it really matters. I don't think it matters which one I do. Okay. So remember, left side, left edge of this attached panel goes on the left panel that you just put the adhesive on. Okay, if you put it on the wrong side, it's not going to work. So now I can fold this over And I have 2 more panels showing again. So I'm putting adhesive on the left panel, taking a panel to attach and putting the left side on this left panel that I just exposed, and I'm turning this. So now I just have 1 left now, and I'm going to put adhesive on that and still put the left edge of this panel on here. So now, okay, this one's blank, but that's what this designer paper is for, okay? So this is the base that we started out with, the section that didn't have all the score lines on it. So I'm going to put this designer paper down so you can see it coming together a little bit more. So obviously you could put cardstock instead of designer paper on here. Also, it's totally up to you how you design this. It's just the pinwheel part that matters. So now we have the pinwheel together. We have designs on all of these sections. And now I'm going to bring my white back in because I need to do a little bit more stamping and coloring to finish this off. So for right now, I'm setting this aside, okay? Oops. So I know that I want my, you use almost all of the stamps in this set. Is there one that's missing? No, I think you do use every single stamp in the set. Okay, so I'm using this birthday cake and just stamping it randomly in Flirty Flamingo on Flirty Flamingo. And I already stamped my happy birthday. I'll get that back over there. Those two go together. In Real Red or Poppy Parade if you choose. We're stamping the candles, and I'm just sort of making lines of them. They don't exactly seem like lines, but in doing so you kind of make it random just because of how this stamp image is. Okay, so we're done with that. Then this one, Granny Apple Green, this one's fun. So this one we're taking our fish and stamping him on the side. I love this fish. It's probably my favorite set, or favorite stamp in this set. You don't want them all on here, you're just lining them up on the side. And we're also going to be putting a saying on here that says, "You're the best." I mean, you could put them everywhere, but Mary's design was all on the side and I liked it. So we have "You're the best" on here. So now we are going to, I'm going to color all my party puffins and then we'll put all the pieces together. I'm going to do this one first. Okay, so I just chose colors that sort of went. So here's my beak on my party puffin. I'm putting yellow. Yellow is not in this paper, I don't think, but it just made sense to me for some reason. And I have pumpkin pie, which I also think is maybe not in this paper, but you know, makes sense. I just wanted it darker. All right, then, so this one is gonna go with the birthday cake. So I wanna use the Flirty Flamingo here. So I'm gonna use it in the polka dots on the hat. And Pool Party is also in this designer paper. All right, so he's done. Then we're gonna do, this guy just needs, doing this one first. This guy just needs his beak done, and I'm just doing it the same, oh, and his feet. I'm doing his, all the coloring of the actual puffin the same on all these. I didn't pay attention, there may have been a preference, but I didn't pay attention whether all these are dark or light of these colors. They're probably dark. Okay, then this guy, I'm cheating and making sure that I'm doing it the same as what my card was, so I'm opening my piece up, my done card up. As you can see, even though I'm going in small areas, I really love the brush end of the Stampin' Blend better than the fine tip. I don't know, I just like how it colors better, but it's obviously harder to get in smaller places, but I just like it. Okay, so I also have, for the fish, I have Pale Papaya. I think I prefer dark. Put that away. I'm getting it back out. Dark Pale Papaya. I put something away and I wasn't sure if I put the right one away or not. It was just sitting there and I did it. Okay, so here's my fish. And of course he needs a pretty bow. And we're gonna use Granny Apple Green for this bow. Obviously, you can choose whatever colors that you want. Okay, so all my pieces are colored. So I'm gonna get those out of the way and we're gonna start finishing this up. So, with my hearts, that's where he's wishing. So we're gonna put our candles. I mean, you can assemble yours however you'd like, but I told you I'm completely casing the idea and doing it the way she did it. I think I might have changed which shapes I did for which ones. So that's possible. Okay, so here is the one with the fish. Okay, so this one goes with Make-A-Wish. So what I'm gonna do, I should have cut this smaller before. I'm actually gonna piece this one out again, because that's what she did. You wouldn't have to. You could have just made this a banner type thing here, but I'm piecing it. Oops, I didn't cut that straight. So I'm going to cut each word out. This would have been another good one to use the adhesive sheets like I did last week. So you're not having to put adhesive on this tiny little spot. Okay. So I have Make-Wish a. So how I have it set up is it's just sort of messy on purpose how I have it. Okay. Next one is, oh, I did this different or something. Oh no, I'm just sorry, I confused myself. So sorry. So one thing that you might want to do, and I thought that I did it, maybe start with your hearts one first so you know you're not doing it upside down. I thought I did it upside down, but I didn't. Okay, so this one, the striped one, is taking on my birthday cakes. So we're covering up the white side here with our stamped birthday cakes, and this guy goes with them. Not getting, there we go. So this one needs to be up high enough, again, so that we can add our happy birthday on here. I think she had some bling on here. I don't think it's necessary. Here's this one. Then I got these on here. I'm skipping to this one a minute. So this is where the fish goes. If I used my silicone mat, I wouldn't keep struggling with getting adhesive on my pieces that I'm trying to put on here. Okay, so here's You're the Best. Okay, this one's kind of fun to put together. I'm getting off there. Okay, so this one we want down a little bit because, so this is that balloon that was used with this Hey Birthday Chick die. We just needed it from, just needed the balloon part, not the whole thing. And she used, therefore I used, and because I had glimmer paper, the rainbow glimmer paper. It's just obviously the green part. So it's up there. I should have turned him a little bit. It would have allowed it to be a longer string. If I turned him this way, it would have helped, but we'll be fine. So we're going to draw this string so he's holding it, and I'm kind of putting it across his whole wing kind of thing. Can you see that at all? Okay. Then, so we have all of our parts done here. Now on here, so here's a problem with not using your silicone mat and putting all these pieces down. I'm sort of getting sticky stuff from my adhesive on the part that's staying white. That's a problem. So just keep that in mind. The silicone mat, if you've not seen it before, I should grab it. It's close by. Just a sec. I think this, I don't know if it's 6x6 or 5x5. This, when you go to put something, I'm just doing this, when you go to put adhesive on here, it will not stick to this, so it stays on the piece that you're putting on. You might need to sort of fold over anything, but this makes it so that you don't leave a mess behind. Thank you for sharing, Jamie. All right, so here's our card. It's all done. This is a pinwheel card. Ha! I love it. Here's the pinwheel in the center again. So this card we made at my Party Puffin class last week. I just love it. I love it. So if you guys make one of these, I want to see your design. So take a picture, even if it's just one of your folds, but it would be better if you had all of them. Or even if you had a live, that would be kind of fun. But post it on my Dazzled by Stampin community page. I would love that, or the community group. Okay, so I'm going to put you back up. So upside down, put you backwards again, and lift you up. So thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I love this card. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. Completely cased it, and it was well worth the case. So thank you for sharing. So what kind of stamp sets come to mind with doing this? I feel like you kind of need some fun designer paper. Of course the penguins come to mind, but I haven't, there's only 2 penguins, so you might have to do something different with them or something. But I feel like they come to mind. Let's see what else we have. Maybe the sheep could do it. I don't know if they fit on there right. I don't really know. What, is there some other stamp set that comes to mind for you for doing this card? Okay, so before I go, what do I have? So I told you about my Stamp a Stack that is next week. Today is the last day to sign up for it. And I also have a card class, Playful Pets. Oh, that would be cute. Snailed it, yes, but I won't be using that. The goats and the hey chick. Oh yeah, those are good ones. Okay, so each of you have your assignment now. And just kidding. If you have those though, that would be cool. Yes, the character ones that totally good. I love that. So besides my Stamp a Stack, I also have coming up on the 31st. So my plan is, I can't handle more work. Okay. Well, it's a project you could work on at our crafting retreat on Saturday. That's a good thing. Bring your supplies for that. That would be cool. Unless you already have a project that you have to get to, then, you know. Okay, the 31st is my All Occasions card class. So it's a smaller class. We make 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs. I just need to know, let's see, it's a Tuesday, so I need to know by the Monday that that you're coming to that. So let me know if you're interested in that. That is a $25 class. And if you sorry, I just had an email come through, so it totally made my, it's not work to play, and it just, I love it. Exactly correct, but it still is things that gets in the way of the stuff that you have to do. Oh, classes $25 are free with, no, classes $15 or free with a $25 order. So that's another option for my classes. I still have to work on scheduling for September and going forward. So thank you for joining me today. Thanks for your good ideas on some more Pinwheel cards. I love them. They're amazing. I might have to work on some on Saturday. I have, as I mentioned, I still have to, well, I have thank you cards I should make and stuff like that. But we might have some play ones too that we can do. Thank you for joining me. I will see you again next week. It seems like, do I have a fun fold card again? Oh, I do. I have another fun fold that I'm going to do next week. I used it for my swap. Let's see, it's my monthly swap that I did, and she likes fun folds, and I did a card I haven't done in a long time. So I will see you again next week. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing, and have an awesome day. See you Saturday. Yay, I'm looking forward to it too. Thanks. Bye.